Release the Kraken!
Greetings, fellow game designers. Ron here at Lame Duck Studios, and today we are going to be getting into Unity. If you're pretty familiar with Unity, this is not the tutorial for you. This is a beginner tutorial. This one's going to be showing you how to set up Unity if you haven't set it up before. If you know how to do that, you can skip this one. But for all those who do not have Unity yet and do not know how to get it, stick around. Okay. So first thing you want to do is head over to unity.com here, and you can Google it. Look for Unity, and then this top one's fine. You can also get this one. They're both good to the same place. You can see here under the header, that's still unity.com. If you hit that, it'll bring you right to the page that I was on. Okay. You will need to create a Unity account. So jump over to the little person icon, click on that, and create the Unity ID. Now, for those of you who are my students, do not use your school email. Our school email does not accept anything from outside of the campus, or outside of our district. So you can't use that. Use a Gmail account, use a Yahoo, use a Hotmail, but whatever you use, it cannot be the school email. Okay. So I already have my account, but you'll do yours. So whatever your account is, your password, the username you're going to want, you're going to have to and then, of course, your name. Make sure you check that you are not a robot. And then down here, read through these. You should always read the EULA, but nobody ever does. But legally, you probably should. But click these. I've read this, I've acknowledged, and that you agree to the terms and conditions. Now, once again, you should not agree to things that you do not read, so I recommend that you read these before you agree to them. But, for the sake of argument, let's assume you clicked all these and you're happy. You could then create your Unity ID. So to run through the motions, I'm going to use Lame Duck Studios here. So Lame Duck Studios at Gmail. Password. I'll make one up. Username. I don't know. Duck. Oh, I can't use that? Okay, fine. Oh. Cool. That'll work. And then for the username, I was doing Lame Duck. I'm not a robot. Check your things. Create Unity ID. I'm not going to save my password, but you are welcome to on your own device. So once you hit that, you will have to confirm your email. So you have to go log in and confirm. And then inside of your email, you should see one from Unity Technologies. You can go ahead and confirm. Click on that. And then you will confirm. I'm not a robot. Verify. And then you'll be able to log in. So in this case, and then whatever your password was. Hey, once you're in, you have the opportunity to download Unity. I'm going to come over, hit this little drop down, and go down to Download Unity. Now once you're on this page, it's going to show you what the current version is. Right now we're at 2021 1.15. And the first thing you want to get is Unity Hub. So if you don't have Unity Hub, right down here, you want to get it. Unity Hub is basically the output window for Unity. It's going to house all of your Unity versions, and you'll launch from there. If you already have Unity Hub, you can install from Unity Hub. You click that, it'll bring up Unity Hub. So if I click it, it's going to look for the application, and I already have it. So if I just hit that and open link, it'll open Unity Hub for me. But if you don't have it, go ahead and hit download Unity Hub, and then you're going to run the installer. Okay, so hit save, and then you can click on this, and you'll see your download for Unity Hub. You can see I have a 1 there because I've done this before. If you run the executable, it's going to ask you some questions. Once this pops up, it may ask if you want to, if you're the administrator, make sure you hit yes, and you should really read these things. But then once you're satisfied with that, you can hit I agree. It's going to ask you where you want to install to. Up to you. The C drive is usually typical for most Windows users. If you have your own drive, you can put it there, or whichever. Go to install. Now, I'm not going to install mine because I already have one. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel, but you would install and then let it go through the motions of installing the package. Go ahead and hit cancel. And then once everything is installed, you can retrieve Unity from your startup folder here. So if you hit the little search bar and just type in, or you can see right here, here's my most frequently used apps or whatever not. You can grab it from there. But if you don't see it, you can always do Unity, and then it'll pop up, and you can grab Unity Hub. Hey. Now you see I have a list of installs. You may not see this when it comes up. You might have projects, learn, and community. You probably won't have any projects if you click on this. I have some projects in here. You probably won't have anything in here. Learning community stuff, always good. You can download stuff and see how it works. Community is pretty good for asking questions, and then installs. Before you can even get this, you do want to activate your license. So come over to the gear here, or you should see like a little person icon over here. I'm going to sign out real quick, but you should, if you haven't signed in, you'll see a little person, and then you can sign it. You'll use the same email and password you used before. Okay. Once you're signed in, go ahead and click on your user ID, and then come down to Manage Licenses, because you probably don't have one yet. So if you hit Manage License, you will need to activate your license. So you'll probably have the option for activating a new license. There is the manual activation if you have a license already. But if you hit Activate New License, it's going to ask you, is this a personal use, or are you a Unity Plus Pro? Just go ahead and hit Personal. And then if you're a company, as long as you're making less than $100,000 a year, you can use it for free. If you are an individual and you are not a company, you can say, I do not use Unity professionally. You can use that one. Since I'm a company, I use this one. But anybody who isn't can use this one. And then you hit Done, and then it'll activate a new license. I'm going to hit Cancel since I already have one. And you have your licenses here. Okay. You can go back to Preferences, and then go down to Installs. So here's where you're going to install Unity. So I'm using Unity 2020 3.12 LTS. So the LTS is the long-term support version, which is they're going to continue updating it until they move on to the next big thing. To get a engine version, go over to Add, and you'll have some options to load them in. And you can see under the recommended releases, the 2020 LTS is what is currently recommended at the time of this video. There are a few other ones down here. There's a 2019 and 2018. There's a 2021 beta, and whatever not. To go through the motions and install one, just going to grab one and then hit Next. If you have the option to grab the 2020 LTS, grab that one. I'm going to go ahead and hit Next. And then it's going to ask you what packages you want. I typically use Android and iOS build support, because if I build to mobile, then I have the option to do that. I don't really do a whole lot on Linux, so you can uncheck these. You really don't need them. But if you do build to Linux and you want to build to Linux, make sure you grab the Linux packages. If you are building for Windows, make sure you grab the Windows packages. And if you're building to Mac, you can get the Mac packages. I'm on Windows, so I don't need this. But if you're on Mac, you want to grab that one. Documentation is always good, and then you have some additional language options here. And then you can hit done. And you'll see it go ahead and start to install. And you can see how mine is like one version-ish below this one. This is 3.15 F2, and this is 3.12 F1. So this one I'm going to use to replace this one once it's finished. Okay, so Unity has finished downloading, and you can see that it is now going through the install procedure. This can take a while, but that's pretty much what I call it for this particular video. So once this is in, you'll have your version of Unity, and you'll be able to launch. We're not going to launch in this video. In the next one, we're going to go ahead and get Visual Studio, which is the other component we need for Unity. So go ahead and let this finish, and then I shall see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Misty and I both thank you. If you enjoyed that video you just watched, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, I'm getting into NFTs. Those are big these days. I was thinking about creating my own coin, but we'll get into that at a later date. But NFTs are pretty hot right now. I'm converting my artwork to NFTs. You can see my Rarible page right here. I've only got 4 items, but I'm adding one as they go. They're not cheap to make, so I gotta make them as they go. If you want to support the channel other ways, of course, there's Untitled Studios merch, which you can see right here on my Teespring store, as well as Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, I have my books up there under Bruce RF, which is my pen name. Life and Times of Donna Martin, as well as The Guardian's Path of Ascension. You can flip through those and see the reviews, and grab a copy, read it, tell me what you think. It helps me out as an author. It also helps me out as everything goes back into the stuff that I'm doing. So more content for you. If you want to keep up with me throughout the day, or just kind of see what's going on in life, hit me up on Twitter under BruceRF1. Again, that is my pen name. If you want to see what's going on my blog, ronflowersjr.me, you can see what I'm writing about, what else is going on in life, difficulties that I have with my projects that I'm working on. A lot of my devlog stuff kind of goes there before it comes here, so it's another way of kind of getting into that. I do also have a Patreon where I release content early if you want to get access to things ahead of time, because most of the stuff that I produce, I do things on Sundays and I post on Wednesdays most often, but it goes to Patreon first, so it's kind of there usually a week or so ahead of time, and then it has a release schedule. So if you want to see things early, go there. Let's see, what else is going on? You can also follow me on Facebook under you can do the Lame Duck Studios Facebook or the Bruce RF Facebook. Both of those are available. And a lot of these links are down in the description, so if you want to just hit those up and just click on them and follow them through, that's another way of getting there. Also, we are at 1,300 subscribers. Woo! We're this close to 10,000. But small milestones first. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers, and then we will continue our road building toward that 10,000 milestone. That is going to be pretty awesome for this channel, my humble channel. So yeah, that's all I have for you on this outro. It's a bit of a long one, but a lot of stuff going on. Anyways, stay tuned, and I shall see you next time.